Shep?
Shep.
I don't.
Shep.
What do you?
I'm testing out my pronunciation
Oh,
with my pop filter.
oh, sorry guys, I got a little excited.
That's the new theme song for 1-star reviews. This is your host, Andrew Van. That was Larry Simonson beatboxing.
My dad is a donut hole. I used that one last time. Fuck. Never
I
mind.
thought your dad was a beatboxer. I thought that's where it was going, but it did not.
I was thinking of bagels.
And the man in the Cubbies shirt is Caleb Wesman.
Anthony Rizzo, baby.
Yeah.
Baez hit a 450-foot dinger today.
Nice.
And
They gonna make the playoffs? Is the playoffs started yet?
no, they've played about 50 games. So there's like 10 games. There's like a week and a half left of the season. Yeah, the Cubs are in first place in the division.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cubs, actually nothing to do with Cubs. We're going to do Greenfield Bagel today. Greenfield has been around for over 20 years in Greenville, originally on Verde and Lawrence Road in Greenville near the Verde area, but they also have a second location called Greenfields to Go in downtown Greenville, right in the heart off of Coffee Street. It's generally one of my favorite places to get a nice, good bagel because I have been going there since I was 16 when I worked at GameStop on Verde, and the owner Robin has always been super sweet to me, and the people that were in the shopping center always kind of gave us like a hookup and kind of gave us like a little discount and just took care of the people in the area. And I can't say anything but nice things about them. Last time I went there, I got the lox, which was what they called Larry David, and then I topped it off by getting a black and white cookie for dessert. So I called it the Seinfeld special myself.
Nice, that's good.
Yeah, see, because with the black and white cookie, you gotta get a little bit of the white and a little bit of the dark. You gotta get a little bit of both. That's how he makes it good.
Oh my god.
Oh, George, what are you doing, Jerry? Jerry. All right,
I'm Elaine.
guys. This is
Levels. I'm Kramer now.
guys. My fourth podcast, we're gonna do improvised Seinfeld.
Mail. I like mail. That's Newman.
Newman.
And Greenfield Bagels, like I said, has been in business for over 20
Hi,
years.
I'm one of the 1,000 women that date Seinfeld throughout the show.
All of them.
Do you know the number?
Incredibly
I'm
attractive.
all of them. I'm all of them combined in one person.
Do you know the number?
Do you?
It was, I think, when I did a podcast with Chris Freeland on False Start, it was over 100. And I think Kramer's like 50 something, George's like 70, and then Elaine was like a very modest, like 25.
Good for you, Elaine.
I know. Master of
Not
her
being a
domain.
whore.
God.
No, because she had very good long relationship with like Putty. Hi. Hey, ball. You're talking to the 8-ball. The devil.
So we're talking about Greenfield.
Greenfields.
Which is, are they originally from Long Island? Is that where they're from?
Israel.
Bagels?
The folks who own Greenfields? I do
don't
not
know.
believe they are from Israel.
I don't know the whole
At some
story.
point in their history.
But I know that they are delicious.
I mean,
and-
they are oh man, I'm like kosher. They are a kosher deli.
Yes,
So
they are.
like they do have pictures of Israel up on the wall because home. But I'm trying to remember where they're actually from. If they're from New Jersey, Long Island, New York.
What? Somebody might know. What makes a bagel kosher or not kosher? Because I thought so. Growing up, I thought kosher was all about meat, but it's all about everything.
That's just food
It's
preparation.
about the way you
and-
prep it. But
yeah.
so I know, like you can't have, you can't eat the baby and the mama. So you can't have like, calf and milk, right? You can't have milk with that. You can't have fish eggs in a fish dish, stuff like that. But I don't like a bagel is just water and bread, right? I don't know what makes it kosher or not.
Well, you can't have bread without the water, so that's the mom.
So it
Okay.
looks like so I'm finding a quick thing on Google, but apparently, so kosher in general.
You didn't know you would learn today, folks, did you?
No,
They always do.
But contrary to popular misconceptions, food does not have to be blessed by a rabbi. Kosher, which translate to fit and proper, refers to specific sets of religious rules outlining how food should be handled from its origins all the way to the plating. Basically, the ingredients need to be pre-approved kosher, and then certain grains wouldn't be in the bagel flour. The best known kosher law is to never eat meat and dairy together. Because bagels can be eaten with meat and dairy, kosher law dictates that our breads must contain neither meat nor dairy ingredients. The bagels would have to be baked goods, which are parev, which means neutral. No dairy ingredients are allowed in the bakery production area.
Okay.
The only dairy allowed in the store is cream cheese or milk that is sold up front. So this is a different location that's talking about this. So basically, it's just the preparation of the bagel in general would be kosher, because it doesn't have dairy in the dough.
I tend to really like kosher food. Like something about the way it tastes, I really enjoy.
L'chaim. All right, guys. So, well, 1-star reviews. We're going to read the bad reviews of these places,
Right.
but
We're going to learn something.
we honestly do like these businesses that we cover, except for places like GameStop, because GameStop sucks. But
Or Golden Corral, because it's a punch up. It's a punch up. They're huge. They'll be fine.
Right.
please listen to the Golden Corral episode. You will be very amused. But Greenfield is generally just one of my favorite places and has been for over half my life. But in the meantime, let's read this review. Ordered an everything bagel with lox, an egg salad, and another with lox, and chicken salads, and wow, this guy has no concept. You're supposed to not use "and" that much in a sentence. And a grape juice, paid $25, and
You gotta read
an egg
this
salad and chicken salad with bagel and no sides.
You got to read this like a little kid. This is like a little, and then I got, and chicken salad.
So long story short, this guy paid for a lot of food, didn't get all that food. So he decided to just go and do a 1-star rather than just complain to the owner who's there like all the time.
You're there.
So,
oh wow. This one's the best 1-star review I've seen in a while because it also has a response from Greenfields, and it's a legit call out but it's the most polite call out ever. From a local reviewer, customer service is subpar. I don't think I will ever come back to patronize the establishment. They're so slow, it's not even funny. Response from the owner. Hi, name of the reviewer. I'm looking for your order and can't find your name. Were you at Greer or Lawrence Road so I can correct the problem? And thank you. My email is blah, 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 blah. So if you've ever been to Greenfield's Deli, you know that when you pay for things, they ask for your name right up front, and because they put it in the system, it means they have a record of everybody who they keep the record of everyone's names for the day that they took the order from. So like, dude, like
you didn't eat there.
Did you actually eat there that day? Like what was up? You know, I will say if you go on like a Sunday morning, it can be a little bit slow because it's packed. Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth the wait.
Oh yeah. Here's one. This one is hilarious because it has nothing to do with the restaurant and everything to do with this person's own mistakes. I usually order a dozen to freeze some. Great idea. And eat later. And I usually go to the one in Greer instead of the one on Verde. The one in Verde packaged my bagels and didn't even bother to put them in bags. So after a day and a half of having them out on my counter, without realizing they were in a smaller paper bags to avoid them becoming stale, in the bag 7 of the 12 are already stale and completely unsalvageable. This is completely unacceptable. Note from Caleb. On your part, you moron.
Yeah, you left the bag out for a day, person.
I love going to get my bagels from Greenfields, and the one in Greer does a fantastic job of packaging them. But I'm highly disappointed and it's very upsetting that more than half of my dozen bagels is stale before I could even freeze them or eat them. Response from the owner. Hello, Melissa. You're dumb as shit. No.
Caleb, you own Greenfields?
Holy crap, Caleb.
Hello. Thank you for sharing. If you would like your bagels in plastic bags, just ask, and we will give them to you with your order. When we fill bagel orders, they're always in paper. We don't want the bagels to sweat in plastic. You can package bagels for your freezer, fridge, or counter. Dude, I left these bagels out for a day and a half, and they got stale.
Well, the other thing is, the really asinine thing about that is, if you really wanted to heal a stale bagel, you can do it. It's not hard. You do what Sully Steamers does.
Steam it.
You go ahead and you put it in some aluminum foil. You put a little bit of water.
But according to our previous episode, you're not supposed to steam a bagel.
You put just a little bit of water on the outside of it, just a little bit, not enough to wet it. And then you put it in the oven at like 350 for like 5 minutes. And it basically rehydrates it.
Yeah.
Or as Caleb puts it, wet ass panini.
Or better yet, just go ahead and cut them in half and put them in the freezer. Honestly, when you go to toast them,
you won't notice.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Also, you did that to yourself. 1-star yourself.
Yeah.
While I have never been to the original location, this location was terrible. I found the location using Yelp on a day I was working in Greenville and wanted to pick up lunch. The original location had great reviews, so I figured, why not? First off, they had no selection. I ordered 2 bagels, one with cream cheese and the other with butter. No one offered to toast them, and then I got on the road and I wanted to eat them, and they're both old and hard. A total waste of money. I would not go back.
Wow.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah. Awful customer service. The employees are rude. The order was not accurate, missing cheese and egg, and it took forever to get my order. I'm not going back to this place. Response from Greenfield. We are sorry you had a difficult experience. When an order is incorrect, it does take time to remake. The receipt we received to make your order did not include egg and cheese. It was good that John called you to make sure we knew which gluten-free bagel you wanted. We hope you try us again. We know that the sandwich was delicious. See, and that's the thing. They were able to respond to that because they could look up this person's name and be like, oh yeah, no, that order did get screwed up. And they could offer details like, we know that you ordered a gluten-free bagel. Greenfields knows your order.
That's why they ask for your name.
Yeah, this is why they ask for your name. Holy shit, this is brilliant.
If I could give 0 stars, I would. Worst service ever on 2 occasions. Now I would not gone simply to get 6 bagels to go, and somehow my ticket has been lost. First, standing there forever, and then trying to get someone's attention is impossible, as many employees scurry around doing simply nothing on engaging in personal conversations. I will never go back. Can someone please open a proper bagel shop in Greenville?
Doing nothing except making food.
How dare you not talk to me?
Doing nothing but preparing and serving goods and services in exchange for currency.
But specifically, my food.
Hold on, I got a pretty funny one. You guys know I love a good typo and a good grammatical mistake, so buckle up. I have been a regular customer for almost 10 years. I will not go back, however. The last time I was there, I waited 35 minutes for a sandwich, which was completely wrong. Please tell me, how are you confused? Turkey and corned beef. I want the sandwich back and was told that I would have to wait again instead of just finishing my order. Now there's a period, but it's space, then period, then no space before the next word. Anyways, it was treated me like I was asking for blood, and it was clear she could have cared less. Not once did you say I'm sorry. Similar things have happened the last few times I were there, particularly the rudeness of Thezi, and quite frankly, the quality of the food has declined. Space, period, no space, fruit salad one time, and it smells so much of food that I'm sure I have been sitting in leading refrigerator case for days. Space, period, no space. Worst of all, I was served stale bagels on one occasion, and someone should tell the owner that she is not doing us a favor. We are paying money, and would you please just tell the staff to smile? Smile at your job, you jerk.
God,
all I do at my job all day is bitch. Because I'm an American, and it's my God-given right to bitch.
I hate whenever someone tells someone else, you should smile more. Hate that with a passion.
I don't have any teeth. Maybe I'm self-conscious about my fucking face, dude. I've been dipping since I'm 13.
Yeah. As everybody says when they walk into a bagel shop. Locks less. Smile more.
Oh my God.
Don't let
You should
them
come up
in.
with bad slogans for a living. That's your job. I don't think it'd pay well.
The hot pastrami had an awful sour odor one bite in, and I almost vomited. I think the meat was bad. I brought it to the register to refund, and the girl at the register didn't even flinch at me, telling her something was off with the meat, almost like she knew something was off without me telling her. She promptly refunded me. I lived in North Jersey for 15 years, never had a bad experience with a pastrami sandwich. Definitely won't go back.
You never had bad food in New Jersey.
No, you know why? Because everything else in New Jersey is bad. The food may be okay, but everything else is bad.
I'm pretty sure you get E. coli like as a birthday present in New Jersey.
Also, they're the home of the Giants and the Jets, and they're both bad teams.
Happy birthday to you. We got you diarrhea.
Ooh, that is catchy.
Not at all like anything Jewish, except for the menu.
And their foreskins.
Gross. The meats are supermarket deli from Thuman's, salty and worse than boar's head. The whitefish salad is like tuna in a can without any mayo, and the lox is tasteless. In addition, the kitchen area looked filthy, and no one cleans the tables after patrons bring their dirty dishes to the disposal area. The pickle was one of the worst I've ever had, not even as good as a kosher style in a jar. The bagel was okay. I'd never go back. No one from the New York/NJ area would ever consider this kosher style or deli. Disagree.
Ordered 1 dozen donuts. Was
What?
given a punch card. Sweet. I then stood there for 20 minutes. I started counting at 10. I approached the cashier and she said I was overlooked. Well, thank you. The guy who picked my donuts looked at me like I had some type of problem. The bagels were chewy, partially undercooked. It's a shame they chose to be the best bagels. They used to be the best bagels in Greenville. Maybe if they had a real POS and not a ticket system, maybe their customer, they could handle their customer volume.
That was 5 years ago.
First of all,
they have donuts?
I was just about to say, Greenville has donuts, dude.
Was
Do
this
you want to
like
go to
a-
Greenville tomorrow?
Was this like a one thing 5 years ago?
I don't know. I've never seen donuts there.
I bet they would do great donut. Although, do they have a fryer? Because you got to fry a donut.
You would have to fry it. Yeah.
But I would definitely crush a Greenfield's donut. That sounds incredible.
If it's anything like their cookies, like I mentioned earlier, then,
They got like
If you know
cakes.
anything about bagels,
I don't.
do not come here.
Oh my god.
Bagels are very small, very dry, and not worth the high price point. The coffee is watered down and mediocre at best. It's a disgrace. This place Jewish deli.
So this place, the bagels are too dry. Sully's, the bagels are too wet.
Yeah. Somewhere in the middle, there must be a
Perfect bagel. Bagel nirvana.
the spectrum of wetness of bagel.
the daddy bagels were wet. The
I
mommy
will-
bagels were dry. But
will
the
say-
baby bagel was just right.
Like we've always talked about, like these 1-stars, you kind of glean like little bits and pieces, and they definitely have improved their ticketing system. That's something that seems to be coming out. But also, I love Greenfield's bagels. Their coffee is not my favorite.
This one's for Caleb. Don't get me wrong. The Reuben was good.
All right.
But for the size to price ratio, way off. This thing was tiny and certainly not worth $8 and change.
No!
They claim to be New York style. Prices are, but at least in New York, you could give a fair amount for what you pay. Not to mention the bagels are hard, good, but hard in a nothing like New York. We may not have the options here in Greenville, but you're better off going somewhere else.
Wow. I got one. This one makes me $8, dude. I'm so upset. I'm actually pretty traumatized.
You know what? We're gonna rebrand the show $8 reviews.
$8 is a fucking microaggression at this point. All right, this one's pretty weird. Girl at the register didn't say a word to me, just stared at me even after I said hello.
Part of the charm.
Came to Greenfield's because Brugger's closed. My bagels had little to no flavor, won't be back. Come on, dude. Brugger's is fine. I'm not gonna hate on Brugger's, but
Brugger's?
bagels.
It's a chain.
Oh, it's a
bagels.
chain.
Chain
Come
bagels.
on, don't compare this place.
I
to a
know,
chain
that's what
bagel
I'm
place.
saying. It's ridiculous. It's like, I came to Grill Marks because McDonald's was closed. It's ridiculous. Makes you so mad.
This nosedive burger wasn't very good.
Compared to my favorite Burger King Whopper.
Five Guys was closed, so I went to nosedive.
Oh my god, it makes you so mad.
Worst chicken salad ever. I tried it at the coffee shop. It tasted off. My wife brought home some from the shop today. It's in the bin. Response from the owner. Hi, reviewer. I'm just seeing your post. Please phone the shop so I can take care of this as well as fix your problem. Thanks. And then they responded again later. Hey, reviewer. I have looked on our system and I don't find you in our systems at any location. We checked our salad this AM and it's delicious. Maybe you're on the wrong business. Or maybe you don't like our chicken salad. Please phone, and then phone number, so I can fix this problem. Maybe it's the same chicken salad that they had at Sully's Seamer that we talked about earlier. It's just like this same guy is just like finding chicken salad in weird places.
This one's kind of weird. 2 stars. Food was exceptional. My significant other has a dairy allergy, which is legitimate. When she asked if a side had dairy products in it, the cashier gave a very unsure no. We asked our waitress if it did or did not, and she just shrugged her shoulders like we were crazy and said, I don't know. Turns out the side did have dairy products in it. The cashier should at least know basic information for people with food allergies, at the very least not be visibly annoyed for asking these questions. Good food, though! Exclamation point. So
What
to
are
that
the
point,
signs that they have dairy in? I'm trying to think.
I
mean, they have like potato
pasta
salad,
salad and potato salad might
mayo,
mayonnaise.
No, it's
right.
egg.
Egg is a dairy product.
Is egg considered a dairy product? I thought dairy would be milk.
Well, egg is technically a dairy product, although I don't know if a dairy allergy activates from eggs. But I think there's also milk in mayonnaise. I do believe
Survey says maybe buttermilk or something.
Yeah,
Maybe something like buttermilk.
Yeah. So, all right.
The
so
good kind.
This person has a legitimate issue.
No,
but I want to say this to everyone with food allergies. It's on you. The restaurant needs to do some shit. They definitely have to help you out. They have to know what's in their stuff. That's definitely true. But if I were allergic to dairy, I'd be very knowledgeable what has dairy in it, right? So I'm never going to order potato salad. Sorry, just not going to do it.
Here's the thing. I have a gluten-free child. We already have done a lot of the research on where we can and can't take her.
Right.
And so at that point, for instance, tomorrow would be the 3-year anniversary of when I took their mom out for her first date. It's coincidentally also the same date that would be Step Family Day. So every year since we've been married, we try to do a fun family thing together. And my wife threw out maybe we should go to Kampai Tokyo, the little Japanese place we like to the kids because it's cheap hibachi and cheap sushi, $3 sushi during a happy hour. The problem is when we went there before COVID, we would ask specially can you do the hibachi separate with gluten-free soy sauce? And they said, yeah, no problem because we carry gluten-free soy sauce anyway, which was oh, ding, ding, that's awesome. No other place does that. They can also do a lot of their sushi with boiled shrimp. Now, post-COVID, during COVID, because we can't talk to the waitress and the bartenders and the managers, the hostess is always answering the phone going, I don't know. I guess I could ask, but I don't think, hang on. No, I don't think they can. Did you ask the manager? No. Anyway, point being is
we won't be coming.
It's on you to do the research yourself. And if it's not what you want, don't take the risk. Go somewhere else. So for instance, we know we can go to Chick-fil-A with our kid because they don't fry the chicken in the same fryer with the fries. The fries are just by themselves, meaning there's no cross-contamination, right? It's on you to do things ask Chipotle. Do they do gluten-free? Do they contaminate the things? And that's your right to ask. And again, yeah, most places that cook they should know anyway. You're right. But if you're unclear with it, don't go there. That's as simple as that. So,
yeah, I'm on the side of both parties.
Yeah, I see both sides, but it's also my responsibility first, right?
Yeah.
So, walked into Greenfield and I loved all the decor on the walls, and I knew right away I was getting a corned beef sandwich. I looked on Yelp before I went in, and I had one. It had a $1 sign. Honestly, it should have had a $2 sign. The line was fairly long when I walked in. Okay, so it's a good place. Big deal. So I knew that it had to be a good thing, which they said. Ordered my food and got the corned beef sandwich that came in with a tiny side and also got a small drink. My bill was $12. Now, I would understand my sandwich being $8 if it was piled high with corned beef and with such nice big pieces of rye bread, but it was the exact opposite. The pickle straight up tasted like a cucumber. Potato salad was bland. Honestly, I might have been too harsh on this place, but it's truly disappointing. And Caleb's biting through his lip right now so hard.
$12 was fine, and then he had to bring him $8. I don't understand, dude. I don't get it.
Honestly, I hear you can get more meat from an Arby's.
You can get more. I don't know if you can get any meat.
It's not as good.
Could you imagine if someone complained at an Arby's the way they would complain at a place like this? This meat smells bad. It sure does. That's what Arby's would say.
When a place talks about their food so much and the only thing they say is the word meat and they say meat so often, it makes me think it isn't meat.
Yeah.
They're making a point to stress it. It's meat.
Arby's, I was never questioning this until you said it so many times.
Yeah.
We swear to God, we have the meat. Are you sure, Arby's? I don't think you do.
And I think the only thing you have is roast beef.
We have the human meat. I mean, meat.
We have a form of meat.
Yeah, that's why they had to stop using the previous slogan, which was Arby's, because they knew that was a lie.
Legally required to stop using the word
Oh, Arby's.
Arby's.
It's Arby's.
That's why
What's
Subway
two on the nose.
That's why Subway, they couldn't do eat fresh anymore. They had to put eat fresh with a question mark in the end. friend.
Hey, did you guys
friends.
did you guys know that Arby's is just like
The initials of the owner?
of roast beef? RB.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that? I
it
learned
like-
that so recently.
Fucking lame, and I did not know.
it's
I did
so
not
lame.
know, and I
Is it like Eminem? Did you know his name is Marshall Mathers?
Yeah, the Marshall Mathers LP.
That's the best one.
Are you an idiot? Yeah. You did not know that?
No, I knew that. I'm just saying
Okay.
I'm comparing RBs to Eminem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You better lose yourself.
In the music, the moment you own it.
You better know. Hey,
Huh.
who you guys think can do all the words to patiently waiting?
Oh, I know you
you
definitely.
want to
can.
go? Ready?
No, I don't. Hey, you guys want to have a? It's a 3-star, but it's really backhanded.
Do it.
If you've never been to New York or New Jersey, you might accept this place as a real Jewish deli, but it is a far cry from authentic. The help does not know how to slice corned beef against the grain. The sandwiches are half-filled. The bagels are wrinkled, overboiled. If you don't know, you don't know. So enjoy. 3 stars.
Oh my god, dude! Fuck you! Oh, if you don't know, it's a bagel, buddy. Greenville's is great. I've been in New York City. I've gotten bagels there. They're awesome.
Same. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Greenville's is also awesome.
I was trying to think about this too because somebody just complained about the pickles, and I actually
Yeah.
really like the pickles, but
I
they
love
are
their pickles.
but they are like under pickled in that way that like I think they're maybe salt cured rather than vinegar cured.
Yep.
Or maybe it's like really
It is very
low on the
particular.
vinegar. It's
Well-
very low on the vinegar.
Well, what I love about them is that they're not soggy.
Yeah.
And that there's a whole variety. So you get
Still
like,
hard. They're
you
still
get-
crunchy.
and you get all kinds of pickles and little things in there too.
Tomatoes. The
Yeah,
green
little
green
pickled
tomatoes.
Sometimes there'll be like peppers in there. I love it, dude. That's like my favorite part of going. I would get like a whole thing of pickles. This one's pretty ridiculous.
All right, last one. And then we got to make a note that we got to get a jar of pickles from this place for Caleb.
Yeah. Not happy with the bagel situation when I went to place an order. Okay, but what the situation was, they didn't have enough, they didn't have any, they didn't taste good. What do you mean not happy with the situation? But it's a 3-star review.
It was actually Mike the situation working at the cashier. But he was just pointing at his abs the whole time.
This is literally the most useless review I've ever read. Not happy with the bagel situation. All right.
It's up there with sucks.
Sucks. Or I didn't go here. 3 stars. Yeah. Oh man, these are great.
Greenville is good because it is a closest you can get to the New York bagel without getting stabbed.
Yeah, but if you don't know, you don't know.
Well, if you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. I really like all the flavored cream cheeses.
Yeah. Don't they do a cream cheese flight?
We're gonna.
They do.
This is definitely bagel month, so we'll be talking about. I really like Greenfields. I would say that they have the one of the better sandwich bagels. Like I like getting a Reuben on a bagel, or I like getting a breakfast type of sandwich material on a bagel. Like I like doing Greenfields for that, and that's all I'll say about that until our
They
next
don't
review.
have sausage. So if you want like
That's true.
I didn't the first time I ever went, I just wasn't thinking, and I wanted a sausage, egg, and cheese, and the lady looked at me, she's like, "We don't have that. We
don't have
Jewish
sausage."
bagel." And I was like, "Oh shit!" But they have
what can you
pastrami.
get? Yeah, you can get pastrami instead, right?
Dude, you can get anything. You can get anything, egg and cheese.
They also don't mind
Oh.
modifying some things for you too. So like if you want like a Reuben and instead you want like Thousand Island dressing, they can just give that to you and they call I think the Rachel's like the modified version.
The Rachel's really good.
Rachel's turkey.
Yeah. There is one thing that I will say I will not recommend from Greenfields, and it's only because I had a bad experience with this, and Lauren also, as a result, had a bad experience with me on it. I was there one morning, and I was like, I had worked out in the morning, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm just really hungry, and I just desire meat. And I was also like, I don't really want to choose between a breakfast bagel and like lox with like some salmon on it and stuff. So I don't know if it's still on the menu, but they had something where they would basically chop up the salmon, the Nova, and like cook it up with the egg. And then basically
like
throw
scrambled
it
eggs
like a
with
right with a scrambled egg with like the like cured salmon in it, and then toss it on the bagel for you. But the problem is that when you like heat up that cured salmon and put it in eggs, it gets very fishy. It's not as good. And I got about halfway through that sandwich and was like, I'm gonna have to save this for later.
And did you?
Well, Well, sort of. We took it to go, and then we went around Greenville shopping or whatever we were doing on that Sunday morning. And by the time we came back to the car from like a store, the entire car just smelled like
egg salmon.
heated up.
Heated up cured egg salmon.
Yeah. And Laura was just like, Larry, why the fuck would you order this sandwich?
Ew, your car smelled like a wet ass panini.
So that might be the only one I'm like, if that's your thing, go for it. That might be but that's not Greenfield. That's on me.
Yeah.
They were just like, I mean, we'll make it whatever you want.
The salmon and the egg is a good experiment. It didn't work out, but it's a good experiment.
Yeah. And also don't leave it in your car.
Leaving cooked fish in a hot car, that was foolish.
But you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm doing here, listeners? I'm not leaving a 1-star review because of a stupid mistake I made.
Put fish in my car and it stinks.
I'm an idiot.
1 star.
1 star. I can't believe Greenfields didn't warn me.
Sir, don't put fish in your car.
Speaking of which, this has been a 1-star review with Andrew Van, Caleb Wesman, and Larry Simonson. Click on subscribe, give us a like, and also write a 5-star review for this podcast so we can keep being found for more reviews. You can listen to us on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, pretty much anywhere you already listen to his voice. Just hit those buttons for me, please. And we're going to bring out more bagel episodes
And check out Greenfields.
Well, see you later.
Larry's dad was a bagel.
My dad is a bagel. Wait, what?